Welcome back to the Bumper Breakfast. It's an interesting morning because right as we round off the Bumper Breakfast this morning, we will be talking about housing. And the National Housing Fair was something we shared with you last week. It was a press conference that we shared with you last week. And a lot of people in this part, although dream about owning their own houses, it has seemed to be a concept that has eluded a lot of people. Over there in the upcountry, where we call Iluoke, people will build one hut and they just find and they just expand from there.
That's right.
But the bigger the city, the more difficult it gets. So yes, we have joining us this morning. She's a Royal Highness. So I had to look at that again and again. And I'm like, she a Lola or something. Because when I saw a Royal Highness, I had to take a second look to find out if I'm still free to do my thing the way I used to do it. I have Dr. Becky Olubukola with us on the show this morning. Our Bukola is the same, but mine is Ade, as is Olu.
Yeah.
Dr. Olubukola is the woman, a civil engineer by training, a renowned serial entrepreneur, and a business magnate by profession. She's an ambassador to the United Nations Rescue Service and the group managing director of Beastan Group, a lifestyle, a functionaries conglomerate of about 6 different, companies, and it's a pleasure, So where's the Royal Majesty from? Royal Highness from? You confess the thing.
Yeah, just eager.
Confess it.
All right, so I'm the Erelu of Erimoland in Osun State.
That is my Jeshaland now.
Yes,
are you killing me right now?
I'm also the Yalaje of Ogotrekite.
Where are you from?
I'm from Erimojesha.
Okay, so you're my sister. I'm an Jesha girl.
Oh yeah. So, high five.
She's our we are not eating. We don't used to eat plantain.
Yes,
we used to eat ushu.
Yes, sir.
It's not
our
over the weekend. Our ulisha.
Yes, sir.
Over the weekend I wanted to. I went home. I went to Akure, and they pounded yam. And my elder brother said, "Sis, you are going to Lagos. Do you want to eat inyo or you want to wait for unyo?" You get?
I got it.
Tolu Oluwa is also here with us this morning on the show. Tolu, good to have you on the show.
Same here. Thank you.
So let's talk about this National Housing Fair that you've been pushing, selling, talking about. I started with saying that Nigerians have found it very difficult, especially in the cities.
That's right.
To come about owning their own property.
Home. Yeah.
That's right.
It's too expensive to pay rent. How do you save? So, my God, how come you are selling the idea that seems to be above everybody's pay grade?
You see, that's the beautiful thing about the National House Fair. National House Fair, it's a life-saving. I can say that for free, because over the past 6 editions we've had, it has saved thousands of families from issue of living below the standard of living to upgrading their standard of living. Because when you talk about standard of living, it starts from shelter.
Yeah.
Because when you have a good shelter there, you can start upgrading your livings.
Definitely.
But if you are in a shambles, you are in huts, you can't have a good standard of living.
Definitely.
So it starts from shelter, and that's what National House Fair had given to people for free. We came about the concept, and then it's been running 6 years in a row. We've had over 10,000 people every year back together in ICC in Abuja, to be part of the National House Fair. And it's been a bridge.
I want to go to this one.
Don't worry, we'll give you a ticket.
Hey!
You need to stop being a tenant and become a landlady in Lagos.
You know what we're talking about
Exactly.
now? That's what we're talking about.
So National House Fair, it's a solution to the housing deficit in the country.
Okay.
And Lagos, having the highest deficit in Nigeria because of the population, of course, deserve the NHF more than any other states in Nigeria.
Definitely.
And National House Fair has become a bridge between the government, between the private sector, the citizen as a whole, and the commercial and the mortgage banks. So we've come to the bridge, and bridging that gap of not being able to own a home, coming up with a concept that makes it easy. We did Metro Shelter Initiative last year, and from then till now, we've had millions of people subscribe for Metro Shelter Initiative. And that initiative actually help all civil servants, all professionals, people that are working any salary, and cooperative society has helped association, to now come as a group to own a property and pay gradually for the period of 7 years.
That's right.
Without any stress. But then that initiative can only cater for a set of people. The next question should be, what about people that are not civil servants? What about businessmen and women? Does it mean they can't own a home? Therefore, we came up with a concept called property in a sachet. Right. Property in a sachet is something I'm very excited about, because this caters for the middle class and the lower class. It caters from students to artisan to traders to people in the market, to everybody, even to the businessmen, even to the civil servants now. So everybody is able to own something according to your pocket.
That's right.
The next thing is how do they assess it? We've come up with the mortgage fund that makes it easy, where you can actually be paying gradually on weekly basis, monthly basis,
like a susu, basically.
Exactly. So imagine owning a home as if you are buying pure water.
Yeah, pay small.
Pay small, PSS.
So, wow.
Yeah.
Itolu, I see you saying, yes, that's right, and all that. How low can this payment really be? Because she keeps comparing it to pure water.
Absolutely.
It's as low as pure water.
And pure water is 29.
That's right.
So how low?
So there's this popular, thank you very much for having us on set. Your energy is beautiful. We traveled a bit, met different presenters, and she was even saying the backstage, like, your energy.
Now I know where the energy comes from. From our Unesha.
So if you're not Ulisha, please don't
be jealous of yourself.
Don't be jealous. Before we leave, we even kill ourselves.
Yes,
before we leave this earth.
All right, thank you very much. So there's this popular slogan on the internet where we say, what has taken your money the most? You people saying, it's data. If I saved the money I used on data this year, I would have bought a house. Now the answer to that really is PIS, property in a sachet. Because the truth of the matter is, it goes as low as 5,000 naira. As low as 5,000 naira.
Every week.
So you could have yours every week, every month.
Every day.
Every
day.
Depending on how you make money. Wow. And it's crazy. And the beautiful thing about this is, I do thrifts, what we call a job. When I started, I was just doing one. Now I do about 21, because it's addictive. Because you see how it's easy to save and then track your funds and spend. It's like somebody building a house. You tend to see everything as a cement. I should go to the club tonight. If I spend 120K, how many cement
is that?
So it would take you off unnecessary spendings.
That's it. That's what PIS
is. It's to make you productive.
Yeah.
There are jobs I get, because now we're in the last few days to the end of the month. So this is actually even the last day. So there are jobs I would do, because I know I have a job to pay every first to the 5th. That I don't really need the money, but now I will go out because I need to pay a job. I have 1 million per month, I have 5 million naira per month, I have as low as 50K per month, and they do different things. They meet different needs. It's the same thing with PIS. We have several centers. We can't give you too much information here, because the idea is that you come to the event tomorrow at the Orient House from 9 a.m. actually. We said 10 a.m., but when we saw how many people that have registered, over 10,000 people are registered
already
for 1,000 to 1,500 seater hall.
Wow.
So if you can be there as early as 6, please, it's for your benefit, because like my boss rightly said, the convener rightly said, it's like we want to actually help people. That's just what it is. Because beyond you getting PIS, we also brought mortgage banks. We brought insurance companies. So what if the person, God forbid, dies whilst on the package? It's a 7-year, 8-year period. The person now dies 5th year. What happens to that investment?
Do you even get the property? At what point do you get the property?
Oh, beautiful. In less than okay, let me leave that to my convener to say.
You see, getting a property is easy, because we actually don't need your money to build.
Fantastic.
Okay, because your money is coming in, pay small. We can't use 5,000 naira, 10,000, or whatever you're paying to build. That's where the partners coming.
That's right.
We are starting your project the very day you subscribed.
That's right.
That very tomorrow that you subscribe for PIS, your property kicks off. We have right now in Lagos over 4,000 hectares of land spread across every locations in Lagos State. And the beautiful part is that there is no project that is above 20 million on that PIS. So that issue of 100 million house, 70 million house, where do you get the money? I was telling some set of people yesterday when I was in a training, I said most of the developers build project that is not affordable for people, and hence the projects are just standing there. You are running at you have a loan on your head to deliver in time, and you are building something that is not sustainable. How many people can afford 80 million naira house in Nigeria of today?
As a matter of fact, it's even a luxury. People build houses as low as 3,000.
Exactly. And the luxury in question, how many Nigerians can afford the luxury of those houses right now with the state of the economy? So why not we scale down and build affordable homes for people? We should be solving problems.
That's right.
Not creating more.
Not creating more, not looking for more money. Because as a matter of fact, you can actually make those money when you solve problems. That's where we come in as Vista Homes. Through the National House Fair, we've been solving a lot of problems across the nation. We've developed over 26,800 homes in 16 years of our business. So, and we intend to do much more in the next 5 years.
Now, tell me where the government comes into this.
Thank you.
Is it easy? My director wants me to take a commercial break. All right, let me take a commercial break. When I come back, we're still talking more about the National Housing Fair. You too can get a house.
Gbogbo Èkó àkété ire ni ọmọ ìlú ní gómìnà kan ìṣẹ̀yà Jídé Adédìródé ọpọlọ òfin líle máṣu mátọ̀ ó tó gẹ́ Jandode kọ́mọ Èkó ṣe kò kárámá nílùú Èkó mọ́.
Àbí Èkó wa kọ́ rèé tí gbogbo wa jẹ́ alẹ́nu lọ́rọ̀ nígbà kan kíkun Èkó lọ́dà ò tó wọn à ń jó sí dandan ní ìfọ̀kànbalẹ̀ ará ìlú. Dr. Ọlájídé Adédìran kájú ẹ̀ Jandor for governor kí gbogbo ọ̀nà ṣe rìn fọ́kọ̀ ọrọ̀ ajé tí ò ní pakanleke. Ẹ jẹ́ ká fi ìbò dídì gbara wa lọ́wọ́ ogun gbódò ńrọ́ṣọ. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbárùkù ti Dr. Jídé Adédìran àti Fúnkẹ́ Akíndélé sí ipò gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó àti igbákejì lábẹ́ àsíá ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú PDP fún ìdàgbàsókè àti ìlọsíwájú tó péye. Vote Jandor for Lagos Governor 2023. PDP
Power to the people.
Àwọn Friends of Lagos ló ṣe onígbọ̀wọ́ ìkéde yìí.
Welcome back to the Bumper Breakfast, and we're having an interesting conversation right here. Before we went on that commercial break, and we're talking about a housing deficit and how the federal government is able to come in, or maybe the state government comes in to make it easy for the citizens themselves to own a house. Are you about to answer that?
Yeah, you see, there are no government that can actually solve the housing deficit problem in Nigeria alone.
Okay.
All right, and that's why PPP must comes in every point in time. As a matter of fact, for every government, any government that really want to solve any major problem in terms of housing development, health sector, and the rest of other sector, a PPP must come in, which is a public and private partnership. That's the major gap that is missing right now as a nation.
Everything is
just government. I mean, for crying out loud, how much can the government do? How much? They have a responsibility. Yes, they do. I mean, to the citizen, but you can't achieve that alone as a state government or as a federal government. There must be a synergy between you and the private sector, especially for an organization that have a track record, you know, that's doing so much as a nation, as a private sector, organizing what the government should be doing, which is the National Housing Fair. Right? There's a need for the government to come in, partner with NHF, you know, and push it across every state in Nigeria and produce at least 5,000 homes every year, every 2 years, every 4 years. There's a need to have that kind of policy on ground for every state government to be able to partner with such organization to push housing sector. Also, infrastructure. Imagine as a development company, you have to handle both the housing, the construction of the building, the infrastructure, the funding, and so many other chains. You know, if the government can mitigate and can be part of this and solve a part of this problem, it makes it easier for a developing company to be able to do much more.
Yeah.
The government must as well make a strong plans for their civil servants, you know, and give an easy, accessible policy on ground for them to be able to own a home. How sad it is for someone who has worked 35 years in government and retire into their villages. It brings about depression eventually because such person does not have any life again. It just goes into the.
It's always known life in the city, and then he has to go.
And he has to go back to the village because he's been in the city for 35 years and he didn't have a home, So he retires back to his village.
One of the reasons why I particularly appreciate what the Lagos State government has been doing with this housing scheme,
Exactly.
they've been doing, from place. I had our governor used to work in the
LSPDC.
He used to work in that sector, and maybe that's one of the reasons why he's taking it much more.
And he's so
seriously.
passionate about housing. Actually, the Lagos State government is really doing so much, and you can see the passion in him because he came in from that sector. And he's doing so much there are several projects going on in Lagos State, courtesy of LSPDC and other housing development agencies under the Lagos State government, and they are doing so much. But you see, they can't do it all. They have over 20 million plus citizens in Nigeria, in Lagos alone. It's highest populated state in Nigeria.
That's a lot of a nation inside the nation.
So you see,
It's just a nation.
still need
As long as we can compare ourselves to Ghana and say we are bigger than you.
Abi.
That's right.
So you can see that there's a need for the state government actually to partner with private sectors actually to
make it
build
easier.
more affordable houses.
For people.
For people.
But then in places like this, they say grow upward, grow downwards. Grow upwards, don't spread. Grow upward, don't spread.
Yes.
How does this housing scheme work? Do you propose that we keep building? Because this land, though, Conscience wants to have land. Everybody wants to buy land.
It's a mindset, really.
Right.
Because Lagos State does not have that kind of luxury of land. You are surrounded by water in Lagos State, and you have more water than land, actually. And it's a communal living that can sell, that can work in Lagos State. Because we are many in Lagos, so we need to do upward. We need to go 6 floors, 7 floors, 10 floors, with more structural sound engineers, more structurally sound development team. You know why I'm stressing that.
I get it.
If it's sound, we need to go up. But we don't have the space to be spreading. Everybody does not need to own a land. I want my space. You really don't need the space. What you need is a shelter, good one, not the space, because you won't live on the floor of your house. You need to live under a roof.
They say, I want to be in my house.
You can be in your house.
I don't want my brother to
fourth floor
in my face.
On the 4th floor, on the 3rd floor. It's a communal living. We are building a PIS community. That's property in a sachet community, So that community has all the infrastructure and every social amenities required within. So it's a city within a city in different locations, from Ibejuleki to Epe to Abidjan, straight to Ojota at Arepo, straight to Imota, Ikorodu, Ojo, Festac, all the way to Badagry. Because we need to decentralize the center. And that's why you see there's traffic, congestion, everything, because everybody wants to live in VI. Everybody wants to live in Maryland. You need to go into Yanokpaja, Agege, go into Agbara.
And it's very strange, they still have land in those areas.
In those environments. You need to, if you decongest the center and build urbanization in those rural areas, those places become more developed as well. And then you can enjoy the same lifestyle you have in Ikeja, in Agege, and any other place. It is just about mindset and building the right project.
It's a mindset.
Yes, it is a mindset.
And then you have an event coming up tomorrow.
Exactly.
You want to take that.
All right, thank you very much, man. Just even listening to her, even me, I'm like, I forgot I'm a member of the team. All right, so tomorrow from 9 a.m., I repeat, you have to be at the Orientals, that's Victoria Island, Lagos, 9 a.m. It's free, but you have to register. So because of those who don't use maybe smartphones, there's a booth for registration on site. But I would advise that you call this number quite early so that we would have your names noted.
Please,
the first number is,
number?
yes please, 081-611-63868.
You want to take that again?
Yes please, 081-611-63868. And then the second number is 080-844-86065. I repeat, 080-844-86065. And at the event tomorrow, you would get to not just learn, not just network. You'd also get to earn. So I won't say much on that until you come tomorrow. Come as early as possible. And our convener has graciously done us well. There's a food pack in everybody's souvenir.
So
Every
you
attendee
won't
gets
be
a souvenir.
hungry.
And they are amazing sponsors. I can't mention their names here, but their sponsors come in with mobile phones. So you could go home with a mobile phone for free. You could go home with a television set. You could go home with chargers, power banks, and
Television,
and all that.
microwave,
It's also a raffle ticket.
washing
We pressed
machine.
I'm definitely
on our
coming
boss,
tomorrow.
as we
Yeah.
always had in Abuja, to allow us to have the raffle draw here, also in Lagos. And we're giving out 5 for your people here.
Okay.
We got 5 of them. So you stand a chance to win a plot of land here in Lagos.
Okay, here in
and
Lagos.
many other consolation prizes.
And is this part of my giveaway for December?
Oh yeah, you can give
Or is
it
this for
out.
tomorrow?
It's just for tomorrow.
Okay.
So you can give out this 5 ticket, and you might just have a lucky winner win a plot of land in Lagos. What millions
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Oh my.
That's also going out tomorrow as well.
So, you want to win this, you get to answer my question. If you are lucky enough to
Yes.
answer my question, I said today, you get to be a participant in this raffle.
Yeah.
Courtesy, we have 3, 5, 5, 5, 5 tickets right here that I'll be giving to some of the viewers. So if you've watched the show this morning, you want to tell me the name of the guest, the last guest on the show, and you want to send that to me, you get to win. Or you answer any of our earlier questions, then you will be the lucky winner of the raffle ticket. Not the land, is the ticket too. But I want to say thank you to you, Dr. Becky, and Tolu, for being with
very
me
much.
on the show. From the trio that started the show this morning, and of course, Stanley Polika, who couldn't give you the sports report for today, be back again tomorrow. I will say it's a bye-bye. Thanks so much. But before I go, I want to say happy birthday to Tolu Lokwe. Tolu Lokwe, happy birthday to you. This is coming from David to Titi Lokwe, pardon me. I think this is Titi Lokwe. Yeah, Titi Lokwe and Depoju. A big, big, big one. A happy birthday. The Lord will bless you, keep you stronger, blessing you with sound health, sound mind, wisdom, and a lot of opportunities so that you can forge a future that you would love for yourself. It's a bye-bye from me. I'll see you again tomorrow morning. You know I love you.
gbogbo èkó àkété ire ni ọmọ ìlú ní gómìnà kan ìṣẹ̀yà Jídé Adédìróndé ọpọlọ òfin líle máṣu màtọ̀ ó tó gẹ́ Jandode kò mọ èkó ṣe kò fẹ́ra má nílùú èkó mọ́.
àbí èkó wa kọ́ rèé tí gbogbo wa jẹ́ alẹ́nu lọ́rọ̀ nígbà kan kíkun èkó lọ́dà ò tó wọn à ń jó sí dandan ní ìfọ̀kànbalẹ̀ ará ìlú Dr. Lájídé Adédìran kájú ẹ̀ Jandor for governor kí gbogbo ọ̀nà ṣe rìn fọ́kọ̀ ọrọ̀ ajé tí ò ní pákánleke ẹ jẹ́ ká fi ìbò dídì gbara wa lọ́wọ́ ogun gbódò ńrọ̀ṣọ ẹ jẹ́ ká gbárùkù ti Dr. Jídé Adédìran àti Fúnkẹ́ Akíndélé sí ipò gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó àti igbákejì lábẹ́ àsíá ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú PDP fún ìdàgbàsókè àti ìlọsíwájú tó péye. Vote Jandor for Lagos Governor 2023. PDP
Power to the people.
Àwọn Friends of Lagos ló ṣe onígbọ̀wọ́ ìkéde yìí.
The Zenith Better Life promo is back, and it's bigger and better. You could be one of 20 lucky customers to win 150,000 naira every 2 weeks from now till January 31st, 2023. To qualify, simply open a Zenith Bank account and maintain a minimum balance of 5,000 naira. For more information, visit www.zenithbank.com/betterlife. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.